Hey guys, it's Carol from Chalk Creations. How are you guys tonight? When you pop on, make sure you say hello so that I know you're here. And also, if you're watching this on the replay, put hashtag replay in the comments. Well, there's Morgan.
Hello.
Morgan's on. Hey, Quinn. So glad you're on tonight. So excited. We're coming down to the wire here. Hey, darling. Coming down to the wire with our very last transfer in this little series. So, hey, Lexi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, guys, like I always tell you, I like to always get stuff out in the beginning so I don't have to worry about it throughout the video. If you're interested in joining the team, I'd love to have you come on. I know there's some creative people out there. Even if this is something you might think about doing, you know, just let me know and I'll send you our opportunity video. Put hashtag team in the comments. Hey, Robbie, how are you? Don't forget about Chalk Couture. That is our monthly subscription. It's $19.99 a month. It gets you transfer of the month. It's a unique transfer only for club members. It comes with 3 chalk paste, but you'll need to make sure you have a surface that you can chalk on. And if you don't, you could order the Kickstart kit, which is a great little thing that goes along with that. And that is actually, I think it's like $60 or $70. I don't know it right off the top of my head. I'm sorry. But it gets you 2 surfaces that you can use. It gets you the a squeegee, some chalk paste, our utility utensil. So there's a lot of things that you'll be able to use. Look, there's that one. I don't use it as much as I should, but I do like it. I like the fact that, one, it has this little crook here. So when you're scraping your paste or trying to get it off the edge, it works very good. And I like this because our squeegees are not super small. And remember, I told you I cut one of my squeegees off because I needed something that was small enough to get down into some of the little pieces that we have. And that's why you can use this piece. So this actually is really a really cool piece to have. So, well, how is everyone doing tonight? Valerie's on. Hey, Valerie. Quinn, I'm going to send you that information. I thought about calling you, and just talking to you and letting you know some information to help you out. So you let me know what's best for you. If you'd rather me just send you a text message, or if you want me to call you, I can call you after the live. So guys, we're gonna, hi Val, Morgan's in. If you didn't know it, Morgan's here. That's why she's late. That's why I'm late. We had dinner and we were talking and I was like, I've got to go. I got to go do my live. And Morgan's like, they'll wait. I'm home. They'll wait. They'll understand. So, but Morgan's in from Pennsylvania, and she might be leaving tomorrow. So I'm trying to get as much time with her as I possibly can, but we'll see.
We're going to get crafty, so it's okay.
Yeah, we're going to get crafty. She's here actually to learn. So I'm going to do this one, and I know it's still backwards. I know it is. I wish Facebook would fix the issue, because when I turn the screen around so you guys can actually see this and read it properly, the entire screen is green. And I bet if you go to your Facebook page, after you watch me, go to your Facebook page, hit the live button. It's not going to go live immediately. And then go down in the corner where there's a little, looks like a magic wand. And hit on that, and then go down, there's a little like screwdriver. It's like a tool. Hit that, and it brings up another little thing. And if you hit it, it changes your camera. It flips your camera. You'll be green. I guarantee it. So, try it. Until it decides it's not going to be green, we're going to be reading these words backwards. So I apologize.
But it's okay. A picture of it the right way will be on her page.
Yeah, eventually it will. Look, Valerie said, first lesson, don't spill the wine.
Okay, so don't spill the wine. Hot glue is
It's
hot, and sharp objects are sharp.
Sharp. That's the 3 things you need to learn. Morgan learned very... Yeah, Morgan cut herself with a piece of glass.
While trying to
chalk. Not sure what happened to her. Oh, look, she said second lesson. Hot glue is hot. Hot glue is hot. So, guys, we're going to get started. It's going to be a really quick, I always say that, and then I end up talking to you guys, and it seems to go longer than I expected. So we are going to use this one. Yeah, Morgan got it right. Hot glue's hot, and she cut her finger with glass. Yeah, bingo. So I have this surface, and this is a chalkboard that is not a Chalk Couture chalkboard. It's just a chalkboard that I picked up, and I am actually going to put Sweet Cheeks on it. We are finishing up the little collection. If you can see back here, the little collection that says Freshen Up. It also says the, I think it's water and soap, 5 cents. And then hand towels right there. Free hand towels that we did. We've done one each night. And so this is the last one. Yep, I love this one. I absolutely love it. I don't want to have to take it off, but Lee Wilson, how are you tonight? Where were you last night? I certainly missed you. Yep, and that one we did last night, I love it. I think the whole collection is just really cute. So we're going to do this one today. So I was trying to figure out, because you know me, I really don't think about what I'm going to do. I just come in and I'm like, okay, let me grab some things and let's see how it turns out. And so here we are. That's what's so cool about this, is you don't have to be like, oh, let me see. You can just pick something up and be like, you know what? I think I'm going to chalk this one tonight, and this is what it's going to be. And then you just add your little touches to it, and it becomes your own personal piece of artwork that nobody else is going to have.
One of a kind.
One of a kind. So I'm going to use my fuzzing cloth, and I know I've told you before, it does have 2 sides. This is the terry cloth side, and this is the micro towel. So the terry cloth is actually for fuzzing. The micro towel is for drying. So we're going to use the terry side. Can you guys see? I might need to bring this down just a tad.
There we go.
How's that? Much better?
Better.
I brought the table out a little bit, so hopefully I won't be shaking the table too much for you guys. We'll see. I really need a new table. I tell you all the time, you want to roll this, and I always have trouble. But there's always a side that eventually, see, it eventually comes up. So we are just going to pull this off. I like to take the backer off of the transfer, not the transfer off of the backer.
And you always want to write on the back
what
it goes with. So that way
you know which is the back and which is the front.
For proper storage.
Val says much better. It is much better. I'm trying. I'm not perfect. I try to tell you guys that. Although
Hi,
you guys
Kathleen.
think I am. Hey, Kathleen. How are you?
My mama very perfect.
She thinks I'm very perfect. I'm really not. But I've tricked her for like 23 years, so hey.
Ew, don't say that.
I've done pretty
still
good.
think you're 22.
Oh. She's just my baby. All right. So we are going to put Sweet Cheeks on here. And like I said, this is just a chalkboard that is not a piece of ours. So it's one that I just picked up. And that looks about right. And we just want to make sure we press it down. We do not want any air bubbles, because like I tell you all the time, you'll end up with paste underneath and you'll have a blob. And you don't have to press all of this down. It's better if you don't. A little trick, remember, use your stir stick. You can always put it underneath the corner there so that it'll help you be able to have a place. Not that, you know, I'm doing very good right now. But if you're like me and you don't have any fingernails, it helps pick that piece up. So you're just going to go around the letters, make sure there's no air bubbles, and then we're going to chalk it.
Because listen, I thought she was lying about air bubbles and it bleeding and everything. She was not lying.
It bleeds.
I was trying to go very quick and not follow all the rules, and it bled. So follow all the steps. Don't cheat out like I tried to do, because then you have to redo it.
I try really hard. Sometimes I think I'm not a very good teacher, because when she sent me a text and said, I don't know how you do this. You make it look so easy. And I'm like, Morgan, did you do exactly what I said to do? And she tells me, I did everything. I did everything. And I'm like, Morgan, no, nobody listens to me. So listen to me.
Follow her advice. Follow the direction.
Do exactly as I do. You don't have to do the same colors, but do exactly what I tell you to do. Hey, Dylan, how are you? So glad you made it on tonight. Maybe you won't disappear like you did the other night.
He's got options he's got to do.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So we've decided we're going to stay with the blue theme that we have on all the rest of them. So we are going to be using our Blue Jay, which I think is really pretty. I like it a lot. And I am going to give it a little stir. I did add a little bit of water to it last night before I put it away, which, guys, is a good tip. Just so you know. I try to let you guys know things that I do, things that I hear other designers say that has worked for them and has made their life easier. So you want to be able to come on and chalk and it goes smoothly. You don't want to have to fight with the products. And so I try really hard to tell you things that I have learned because look, I mean, this is a great consistency, but still, oh, Morgan, I left the water in the other room. Morgan's going to get my water for me.
In the kitchen?
Yeah, it's on the counter. You do want the consistency to be like that sour cream or yogurt. You could even go a touch thinner. And I'll tell you why. The thicker your paste is, the faster it's going to dry on your transfer. So if you have a thick paste, I know you've seen me, I've told you, oh, this is a little thick, it's okay, it still works. It does. I'm not going to lie to you. It does. You've seen me do it. But the thinner it is, the easier it goes on, and it takes a little longer for it to dry. So it gives you time to get your transfer up, and it's not drying in that silk screen. So when you get it, if it is not that consistency of sour cream or yogurt, give it some water. It needs it. It needs to hydrate. It needs to absorb that water and make it much smoother. Even if it takes you, 5 minutes. Take the time and get it the right consistency. It's going to make all the difference in the world. I'm not kidding you. And by talking to Morgan,
mine was way too thick.
Hers was way too thick, and it was drying on her transfer. So when she would go to peel it up, it was taking the paste with it. Not all of it. It was leaving that distressed look, but that's not what she wanted. She wanted a nice, clean finish, and she couldn't get it because her paste was way too thick to the point where it dried in her transfer, and I can't even get it out. And I have tried and tried and tried. Like, I've soaked it, done everything.
Be better than me.
It has started to come out, but she's losing a lot of the stickiness on the back of it because we keep putting it in the water trying to fix it. And so...
Made an oopsie, so guys. Don't make an oopsie like me.
Listen to what I tell you. It's going to make your life so much easier, and your transfers are going to last so much longer because you're going to be able to get it in your water, take it out, clean it off, and put it back on your backer. And you're going to probably get a good 12 times, if not more, in there. So make sure you do that. I tried to give you all the information that I possibly can because I want you to succeed. I want this to be something that you're like, oh my gosh, Carol's right. This is so easy. I have so much fun. There's no stress here. I don't have to worry about all that stuff. Hey, Kathy, welcome. I'm glad you made it on tonight. Hey, Rihanna. Hey, Kirsten, how are you? What are the tricks? What was the trick I didn't hear? Make sure you put water in your paste. So here's what I was telling everybody. When I clean up at the end of the night, I want to make sure I wipe the edges off, which I got this on me. I don't have any paper towels in here either. You're going to make sure you wipe your edges off, and you're going to give it some water. And then the next day, and I put water in here last night, and when I got it on here tonight, I stirred it up. So the water has hydrated into this, absorbed into this paste, and you want it to be this nice sour cream yogurt consistency. And I know you've heard me say that. But here's the thing. I was telling everyone that if you get a paste that is thicker than yogurt, you want to make sure you put water in it. Use distilled water. You do not want to use tap water. Use distilled water. And you really, truly want to work it. And the reason why, Kirsten, is because the thicker your paste is, it's going to go on, but it's going to dry faster. So when you go to pull your transfer up, your paste is going to still be on your transfer, and it's going to pull part of that paste off of your surface. So the thinner you can get it, the easier it's going to go on, and it's going to come up, and it's going to be a nice crisp lettering or design, and you're not going to have all that pulling up. So make sure it's thin. And, you saw what this one looked like. Now this is the third squirt of water I've put in here because I want it to be nice and smooth. You do not want it to be thick. Now, if you get paste that is fluffy, and I have fluffy paste, I'm not going to kid you, when I first started, and I've only been with the company, you guys know, since February. So like at the end of February, first part of March, I received some paste that was fluffy. See, this is such a better consistency. It drops off of my stir stick. This is what you want. So my fluffy paste is gray. It's Storm. And it is chunky. I call it fluffy. And I have used it. But, and I'll show you, Morgan went and got it. It looks like cement.
That's what I was going to say.
It looks like cement. And it is thick. And I found out from, like I said, I listen to a lot of other designers that are in our group, Kirsten, and Quinn. I know Quinn's on here. I listen to a lot of people. And that very thick, fluffy kind of paste doesn't have enough water in it. So you have to keep working with it. And I have not taken the time to do it. But I will. So you spray some water in it. You're going to stir it up. You're going to put it in your microwave for 5 seconds. You're going to pull it out. You're going to stir it. You're going to put more water in it. You're going to put it back in your microwave. And you're going to keep doing that until you get it to this consistency. It just doesn't have enough water. The other thing is the more water you add, the more paste you're going to have. So you want to make sure you take some of that paste out and put it in another container and just keep working with it until you get it. So my
Bumblebee is fluffy too.
My bumblebee is fluffy too. It needs some work. So that was the tip right there of the paste. My other tip was, Kirsten, is I put a little stir stick right here. Do you see this? Underneath my transfer, because it'll make it easier for me to pull it up. So that's another little trick to be able to use. So those are my 2 tips for today. We'll see if there's any more as we go along. What are you looking at?
I was trying to see if you should use my iris for this.
We could put a little purple in that. Morgan brought her iris.
It needs a little work.
I don't have iris, so she brought that so I could see it, which I think Kirsten had that on her live today. Or last night.
She got it in her order.
All right, so I think that's the perfect consistency. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to stir up the other ones that I have. You know this is one of my favorites. It is the Morning Sky. Oh, nice. I'll have to go back and watch it. I think you come on around the same time I do, so it's kind of hard for me to watch.
Well, you were also eating.
But I was also a little late because I was visiting with Morgan. She's home from Pennsylvania just for a couple days.
I did not bring the Corona.
She did not bring the Corona. And this one here, as you can see, this one falls right off. This one it always seems to be perfect. So.
Oh, she didn't record it yet.
Oh, you haven't recorded it yet. Okay. So I am going to start. I'm going to have to order a new jar of this. Can you tell? I use it a lot.
That's one of your favorites.
It is one of my favorite blues. I think it's really pretty.
I'm going to work on my paste.
So we've got this one all stirred up. And then the last one we're going to use is we're going to use the bright white. And I don't know what this one looks like because I haven't used this in a while.
You've never used the white?
I have.
Oh.
But you can see it's probably going to need a little love here. So tell me what you guys have all been doing. I know I'm running my mouth just trying to give you these tips, but I would like to know what everybody's been doing today. See, this one's a little thick. Yeah, we should go. I know, that's true, and I would love to do that. My times are at 8:30. So, and the reason why is because it's easier for me to do 8:30. I tried to do 8 o'clock, and trying to eat dinner and get on here, it doesn't work. So tell Jonathan I said, hey, I haven't seen him forever. We do need to get together though. So this one definitely, as you can see, it needs water. This one needs water. So we're going to put some in.
Need lots.
Yeah, Morgan's needs lots. She says she's going to work on hers. So
I'll be here for a little bit.
So let's see.
The iris is really pretty, Val. It looks like a blue in the container, and then it dries like a purpley blue.
Yeah. It actually, Kirsten had a shirt on, I swear, in her live the other day, and that looked exactly like the shirt she had on. So, a little water always helps. I'm sorry, guys, if you're getting bored waiting for me, but I just felt like I needed to let people know because I know that we all have trouble with our paste. We're not sure what to do with it. And I don't want you to feel like, oh, I really need to have this replaced, or, you know, if it was so dry to the point where it was like a hockey puck, absolutely. I would call the company and be like, hey, this is not working. But I think when you hear other designers tell you, here, try this and do this. This is what's going on. Then you should at least try it before you call them. You know, I don't mind calling when I feel like something, like if it's broke but I think the paste, when it just doesn't have enough water and it just needs some love. So
mine needs a lot of love.
Bring me some distilled water, Morgan. Uh-oh. Kirsten says she needs some distilled. Kirsten, do you not have any distilled water?
I live 4.5 hours away from here, and I checked every store and could not find any distilled water. So that's why I was having issues with my paste, because I had no way to like hydrate them.
She couldn't fix it.
And I was like, I'm just gonna try it.
Yeah, she was having such a hard time. But she's been learning. I've been talking to her about it because I want, like I said, I want everybody to succeed. I want you to have fun. I have so much fun with this. And it's not just because I'm a crafty person. Honestly, when I come home from work, I look forward to sitting, and even if it's 5 minutes, and doing something that I enjoy. It takes the stress out of my day. And I love coming on here and talking to you guys, and I love answering your questions and helping you out. So that's what I'm here for. I want you to be successful. I want you to make beautiful things. I want you to be proud of what you're displaying in your house.
Or selling.
Or selling it. I want people to ask you, where did you get that? And when you say, I made that, I want you to be proud and happy, because those people are going to look at you and go, what? You made that? How did you do it? And that's how you're going to get people interested. People don't know about this. Unless we start telling people about it, people don't know. I didn't know.
I had no clue what this thing was until my mom called me end of January, beginning of February, and was like, I'm starting a business.
I'm starting a business.
Like, woman, you're crazy. You work a full-time job. You're a wife. You have to come home, take care of the house. You're going to start a business? You're going to start a business.
And I said,
and
yeah.
she told me, and look at her. She's killing it.
I'm trying to. So this still is not where I would want it to be, but it is good enough for me to do what I need to do tonight. I will fix this. I will make it better, and it will be that nice glossy look. It needs to go in the microwave.
I was going to say, what happens if you put too much water?
I don't think that you can. Oh, if you get one that is soupy, even after you, they say that you can keep the container open and let it dry out just a little bit. So if you feel like it's too soupy, just leave your container open and let it dry out a little bit, and then put your top back on.
So this still needs water, right?
Yep. All right, let's see. I'm trying to follow these comments here. Quinn says, I'm not boring. Whoop, whoop. Thank you. I do try to help. I had to use tap water the other night. Yeah. Be careful with tap water, because it will mold your paste. And then you've wasted the money that you just spent on paste that could last you for several months. So be careful. Here's a rule of thumb. You can take some out, put it in another container, add your tap water to that, stir it up, use that, and then throw it away.
So you don't.
So you're not contaminating what's in your pot. Yeah. I need to show you how to use. So I kind of know about Switcher. I looked into that last night. I know they have a free one, but it's only free for 14 days, and then you have to pay for it. Unless you found one that I didn't find. I'm just not paying right now. So, eventually, I did look at my commission for this month, and it's pretty good. So, but, you know, I'm going to put that right back into the business. Right back into my business. I cannot wait. All right, let's get started, guys. Let's get this project going, right? So, we decided, Morgan, we decided we were going to do this in the dark blue and this in the light blue. We were trying to make decisions.
But then I started thinking, should you try to put this in there, since this is like the last chance you could use.
Last chance?
This is your last chance paste.
Last chance. Yeah.
Unless we quickly do something off of the live.
We could.
And post the video.
Don't forget, guys, our Club Couture members, if you're not one, you want to be one. That is where you're going to get a lot of different perks that regular customers don't get unless you're Club Couture members. You do get the $4.95 for your shipping, and it is actually on anything that you order. It doesn't matter if it's paste or transfers or surfaces. You're going to get that $4.95, but you're going to get a unique transfer for every month.
Like and this one.
This one is the one for this month. Love Conquers All.
which she'll be playing with
I will
in a couple days.
I will. I can't wait to do that one. So if you sign up for that this month, you will not get that because you're actually signing up for next month's Club Couture. If you want that one, you could add it on. It's an add-on, and they would send it to you. So think about that.
And it comes with little paste packets, so that way you don't have to get
Yep.
a whole jar. It comes with the colors that they recommend.
Yep, it coordinates with that. Now, if you're a designer, guys, remember, you don't get it. You don't get those 3 little paste packs. It's only for the members.
But if you're a normal person like me, you do.
Right. Now, you could always, as a designer, you could always do a separate and under a different email address and just be a regular customer and pay. And you would get it if you needed an extra one. You would get the 3 paste packs and that. But as a designer, what we get in the mail is just our transfer. So, what else? I think that's it for right now. Oh, the last chance. That's what I was trying to get at. Our last chance transfers that are on my shop. If you're a Club Couture member, you're getting those at 50% off this month till the end of May or until they sell out while supplies last.
And this is one that's a last chance one, which is my favorite.
Yep.
It says, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars.
So nice. So nice. All right, I'm gonna do this.
Here every night to be like your
I
model.
need a sidekick. You know, because Tim back here, he doesn't talk to me. He just sits back there. Yeah, he doesn't talk to me. Hey May, how are you?
Oh, hey May.
All right, so I still forgot what we were doing. We're doing the dark blue for the hello.
Mm-hmm.
All right, or did we decide we were doing the white?
I was thinking the dark because then if you put the sage or the white for the wreath,
then it would work.
It would show up more.
So I know that this blue is dark, and I know that it's on a black board, but when it dries, it does dry where you can see that it's blue. And you can see, since I added all that water, this is just going on so nicely. So we're just going to put it on, and we're going to put it back into our container, because you do not want to waste that at all.
Listen, I see a huge change in this paste.
Already, right?
I had to put like 8 squirts of water
Morgan's
in here.
still working on her paste over here, but she's getting it. All right, and then we're doing these all in the light blue.
I'm about to go show Ryan.
All
You
right.
saw how thick this was.
All right. We're just going to do this right over top. Make sure you are pressing into that silk screen. And you want to keep your squeegee at a 90-degree angle, guys. Yeah, don't pat, pat, pat. You want to actually work it into it. I'm telling you, it's going to make your life so much easier if you do what I tell you to do. I'm not trying to be bossy. I'm just trying to help you. And now we are just going to take this and we're going to pull straight up to reveal. That is so beautiful. And then I'm putting that right into a little bucket I have over here with cool water in it. And as soon as I get off from here, I'm going to clean it. Actually, I might show you how to clean it just in case you don't know. Let me show you this. I did get a little dark blue up in that side, but see, what do you think? I think that's so cute. It is beautiful. I love these colors. I really, really love these colors. So you know we're going to go ahead and we're going to dry it.
Oh, your dryer's not plugged in.
Oh, that's right. We had to use the glue gun last night, and I couldn't figure out why my glue gun wasn't working. And then I found out the reason why it wasn't is because this was plugged in.
There you go.
So now we have to go the opposite way, right? I know. Isn't that so cute, Quinn? Oh, my goodness. I think it's beautiful.
I just reshared it to Lexi because Lexi hadn't said anything in a while, and she just said something. I feel so bad. I thought she pieced out.
It's okay. Sometimes they do. I've learned. What did Ryan say about your paste?
He goes, yeah, that's what happens when you add water. I said, yeah, well, we didn't have any distilled water. And
You don't have distilled
flicked him in
water.
the head. Apparently I'm fired. What did I do, Val? I'm fired.
Oh, it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault that my glue gun wasn't plugged in last night. It was my fault. I forgot that I had unplugged it. So I'm just going to try. Yep. So this is nice and dry. As you can see, I can touch it. I can feel it. It is going nowhere. So, Lexi said she was doing homework, and she's sorry, but she was listening. So I'm going to actually, because this is such a big board, and I thought about using a smaller board, and I had a smaller board. But then I thought maybe to go along with this, we would use this. And you know I've used this one numerous times, guys, numerous times. And it's just our wreath. Here's another tip, guys. Tip number 3.
We need to start doing like Tip Tuesday.
Maybe.
Is this Tip Thursday?
I have all these little things over here. So when you get your transfer, don't cut the end off of it, because then what are you going to do with your transfer? You're going to have to store it somewhere, and you don't want it to be dirty, or you don't want it to get bent up. There is a little piece on the back here that actually comes undone. And you can just pull this out, and then when you're done, you're going to put and clean, it's all cleaned up and ready to go. You're going to put it back in here, seal it back up, and then it has this little thing here at the top that you can hang on a hook. You can, I mean, people have told me different things, like they've used shower hooks.
Oh, like the rings?
The rings. And they've put all theirs on that, and then they've hung it like in their closet, or they've used like a coat hanger and run through it, through that little loop, and hung it up. So don't throw your sleeves away, guys. You want to hold on to them, okay? I know, I have mine all hanging up there, and I didn't pay much for that stuff. I got it from Amazon, you know. You can get anything on Amazon.
Are we better?
Oh, Morgan, that is so much better. So much. So
Okay.
Once again, guys, I'm just going to pull this off. And you know I have used this one so many times for different projects. And look, I'm telling you, it is still sticky. It is still sticky. Look, it is even sticking to itself. So we're going to pull this off really easy.
Look, while she's doing that, you guys saw how my iris was before?
It's
Now
so
look
much
at it.
better.
I had to put a bunch of water in it, but whoa.
It is definitely...
I didn't know it was supposed to do that.
She had no clue. This is what happens when you leave home. Val said she's your assistant. She's
Listen, I plugged in the dryer.
You were in charge of the dryer.
I was the one that saw it. It was unplugged.
Hey, Miss Shirley, glad you made it tonight. Hope you're doing well.
Should I still add a little bit?
I would. Go show Ryan. Will
I
be
did.
so impressed.
He was like, that's what happens when you add water.
All right, guys. So we're going to put this over. I'm hoping this is going to show through here. And even if it gets a little close, it'll be fine.
Lexi had a good point. She said, you should do Tip Tuesday on the first Tuesday of every month since you get your new transfers.
This is true. That would be kind of cool, right? I'm trying to come up with... So
we could do like, do you guys like make it Monday or motivation Monday? Because I think motivation to create.
I'm trying to figure out some days so that, you know.
It's not all
We
one.
can't do like Tipsy Tuesday or Wind Down Wednesday or Thirsty Thursday, because it sounds like all we want to do is drink. And we don't want to drink. We want to craft. We want to chalk. We want to, you know, have good vibes. So I'm trying to come up with some names. So yeah. we're trying to figure that all out.
If you have any suggestions.
Yeah, if you have any suggestions, put them right there in the comments and we'll go over them. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to use this white. And you remember, I did get it to a better consistency than what it was.
We should throw some purple in there.
It does need a little bit of, we could. We could put some purple and could do like a messy,
the hot mess.
we could do the hot mess. That would be awesome. You should do
that was
Tip
the,
Tuesday. Oh, I was like, what is that?
Mere comment reader.
All right. So maybe we'll do like a hot mess. And this is the wreath. I know. So I'm just going to dab this on. It's not going to be in any, random. Just throwing it on here. I know it should be green, but we want it to add a little color here. And we're going to use Morgan's purple because it's probably the iris. I know we're doing blue, but
it's a blue purple.
It is a blue. She has a little stick.
I've been stirring. Do you think I was stirring with my
look,
finger?
Her paste has come to life so much better. I mean, just by sitting here.
It was a thick one when we started.
Getting some love here, and it is definitely working. So we're just going to take and we're just going to dab this on in some random places. Now, here's the trick, guys.
Oh.
If you get like that, you do not want to stick that back into your container because you know what'll happen. It'll blend, and then you're going to just have a totally different color in here. So I wiped that off. Just coming through here, I'm going to throw some color on here.
I think that purple will look really good because it's a purple blue.
It is a purpley blue. All right, just a few more little dots here, and we're going to do a hot mess. And I love the hot mess because guess what? It looks like a hot mess when you're done, when you have it all on there like that. And people have been amazed by...
Did you need more?
Nope. They've been amazed of how it actually looks when it all comes out. So I'm going to use my small squeegee. And I am just going to start to drag this into around and around. And now here's the other tip. You do not want to put any of this back into your jar. We are actually going to throw this all away when we are done. And I know it's a waste of paste.
But it's just a little bit.
It is just a little bit. We didn't use a whole lot. And it's going to be so pretty. I cannot wait. So we're going to pull it up to reveal. Voila. It did get, my transfer is definitely getting older. And it doesn't, this surface here is, like I said, it's not a Chalk Couture. So it doesn't really stick really good to this. But I still like it. I like the way it turned out. I can clean up a few little pieces here. I always keep some Q-tips. Always keep them. And we have some little bleeding underneath. And so I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to clean it up with my Q-tip so that it looks nice and clean there. And you might have to use a couple. You can also go ahead and you can dry this and come back and do it. If you're scared you're going to get some paste off of here. I've done that too. I've come in afterwards.
If you do like me and you do it on glass, you can always wait for it to dry and then scrape it off with like a razor blade.
Yeah.
In the spot. That's what I did.
So you can just come in here and clean all these little spaces up. Of course I dragged that one there.
Don't do that.
It's okay. Like I said, I can always come back through. Sometimes when it's dry, it's much better. Oh, Courtney made it on.
Courtney!
Hey, Miss Courtney. Congratulations on graduating. Yay!
You did it!
You did it, girlie.
And she did it with all A's for her final...
I know.
I think her whole final year was all A's.
She did awesome. We're so proud of you.
You've grown so much from the Courtney I met freshman year.
Oh my goodness. Courtney, you were a mess. You were a mess. your freshman year. But
But
that's
she was
okay.
a good mess. That's why I loved her.
She was a good mess. All right, so I'm just coming through here. Like I said, I'm just trying to clean this up a little bit. When it's dry, it's a little bit easier because I don't feel like I'm going to
Smudge it as much?
smudge everything. So I'm just kind of coming through here.
I like that.
The color,
Yeah.
the way we did the hot mess. I know, it's so cool.
Courtney said, don't be fooled. I'm still a mess.
Yeah, we won't tell everybody, Courtney. It's our secret. We're among friends here.
This is a safe space.
Yeah. No judgment. No judgment here. All right, guys. I'm just going to come in here and clean up a few more spaces. But I just wanted you to see it really is easy to come in and fix any mistake. And, you know, if you get to the point and you're like, you know, I really don't like the way it turned out. Well, that's the beauty of this paste is you can spray it off and you can start all over again. You know?
Oh, trust me, I did that like 3 times.
Yeah, she was getting a little upset. I told her she needed to step away from the project. And then the next thing I knew, Ryan was doing it.
Yeah, he killed it. He did amazing.
Like, she's like, I don't know what this guy's doing, but he did it. Bless you.
Thank you. I swear it's not the corona.
I know. It's
Courtney's-
allergies.
Courtney's moving in with Barrett this summer.
Wow.
She said, did I tell you I'm moving in with Barrett this summer? No,
No,
you did not.
not.
Where at?
Like
here?
here?
Or
Here at the lake?
it says, Mama gonna let you do that? Or did you guys find a place?
All right. I'm just going to wipe these little spots off, guys, and then I'm going to show you this. And I think all in all, now there's a couple little spots here, but all in all, I think it looks really good. I think it turned out well. What do you guys think? I think it looks really, really good. I like the purple.
The purple
Nah,
looks
I
good.
wish
We're getting an apartment in Fredericksburg.
Oh, yeah.
I like the purple. And it looks really good like on the camera.
It does. It looks really good. I think it looks really cute, and I think it'll be adorable with my other pieces over here. I am going to set this aside, guys, because I am gonna show you how to clean up your transfers. I am going to show you how to clean your paste jar, but I'm going to do your transfer first because your transfer is what you want to get out of that water as soon as you possibly can. Okay. You do not want to leave your transfer in this water for a long period. And this, guys, is what I have mine in. I just have it in a little container with some water, as you can see. And I like to take mine and kind of rub it in the water, front side, back side, and I like to take it out soaking wet. Like I like it to be dripping when I clean it. Okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it down here. It is soaking wet.
She's leaving a trail of water
I
on
know.
it.
I'm going to use my board eraser, and this board eraser has been well used. As you can see, it is getting very thin. And I'm just going to dip it over in my water because I need it to be wet. And I'm going to wring it out. And then I'm going to come and I'm going to scrub all of this blue off of here. As you can see, it comes up with these board erasers. They're not very expensive on my chalk site. You get 2 in a pack. I actually have, Morgan, there's 2 back there. I can show you how they come. You get 2 in a pack. They're not, like I said, they're not very expensive. They're nice and thick. As you can see, compared to this one, you can see it well loved. I will use it until it falls apart. I have another one just like this that is falling apart. But I'm going to use it because why not? Right? I paid for it. I know that I told you guys it's kind of like a magic eraser and that you probably should not use a magic eraser because magic erasers have a chemical in it. Well, once again, I'm always listening to my upline and people that are above me and even on other chalk sites or Chalk Couture sites. And I heard you can use a a magic eraser. You just have to be really careful with it.
And do not.
And don't use it on the back of your transfer. I would use it on the front if you had to. If you're in a bind, honestly, I would buy ours. I think they're better for it. But if you're in a bind, you could get by with it if you had one.
Listen, when I brought this down from Pennsylvania, it was the color iris all over this.
Yeah.
Because I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed and could not get it off. She took this thing and just... And it, for the most part, is off of there.
It's still stained a little bit, but not as much as it was.
But, like, the paste had been sitting on this thing for, like, 3-4 days that I could not get off. And I was like, it's just stained. It's stained. And she, like, did some voodoo magic on it. And...
Well, you know, hey. And it looks much better. It's still not perfect, and that's okay. You're going to find that there are colors that are going to stain. Black is going to stain if you leave it sitting on your transfer for a long period of time. This iris that Morgan had would probably stain. The red, that candy apple red, is going to stain. You won't be able to get it all off, but you may be able to get the best part of it off. If you do it the way I tell you. Once you finish your project, pull it out of your water and get it cleaned off. Don't wait. Because the longer it sits in the water, you're going to cause the stickiness on the back of your transfer to deactivate. And you're never going to get it to stick again. So make sure you clean the front. I use a disinfectant wipe if you have Clorox or Lysol. These literally are just from the dollar store. Anything will work. Do not use a baby wipe.
Why?
Because a baby wipe has oil in it.
And it'll
break down the adhesive on the back of your transfer. Do not use a baby wipe.
Also, be very mindful where you set them to dry. I left mine on my counter to dry, and somehow in the middle of the night, it fell into the floor and lost its stickiness from the dirt from the floor.
She had a hard time.
I think that's just a reflection that I need to clean my floors. But point still stands.
So I'm going to take this one out again. This is the reef. I've used it multiple times. I am telling you, I've used it so many times, it's not even funny. And it is starting to lose the stickiness off the back, but you know what? It's still sticky and it still works. And I'm going to keep using it until I can't. The one thing about our Clorox wipes or Lysol wipes or your disinfectant, dollar store wipes is this actually will activate that stickiness again. How? I don't know, but it does. So you just want to lightly wipe off the back. Basically, we are just trying to get what lint is on here that when we used our towel to get the lint on. Now we're just trying to get that lint off. You are going to let these air dry on I usually leave them here on my mat. I leave them overnight. And I come back tomorrow. I'll come back and put the backers back on. Literally, you just have to make sure it's dry. If that's, in 20 minutes, come back and put it on in 20 minutes. I feel safe to say overnight is best for me. But you do what works for you. So I'm going to move these up here because I am going to show you how to clean your paste jars. And then, guys, we're going to be done unless you have some questions. Please remember, share my video. There's going to be someone out there that's going to want to do what I'm doing. I know there is. I'd love to have one more designer under me. That's my goal for this month.
Listen, if I had money,
I did pretty good last month. So that's what I'm going for this month. Is just one designer, one new designer, one more teammate.
Courtney could do it.
I'm going to take this. I am actually going to throw that over. Remember all your stir sticks, your sponges are all reusable.
Courtney said, could it dry faster if you pin them up with clothespins?
You don't want to do that because the stickiness, you want them to dry face down, sticky side up, and just leave them. You're right, Val. She's like, leave them to dry, sticky side up. She knows. So here's my utility tool. Remember I told you I love this? Here's the reason why. Because I want to get all that paste down into, and I'm scraping the side, and I'm trying to get it all off and moving it to the middle. So you can see where I scraped it all off the side there. I am going to wipe this off. Oh, we're finished with this one, Morgan. We'll put that over in there. I'm just going to wipe this off because I do not want any of that blue on there. We'll rinse it off really good. And then what we're going to do, and this is how you should clean your paste every night. Don't be like me. Because I have some jars, and Morgan will show you, that are horrible.
Which one's your worst one?
I have got to fix them.
Is Storm your worst one?
Storm is probably my worst one. You see how the top is? And the
edges?
side? You want to take that disinfectant wipe, your Clorox wipe. You want to wipe down the top part of the rim and get anything that's caked on there off. You want to make sure you come around the outside of it for anything that may have dripped.
I think all of your other ones.
And then I just barely come in the inside here and pull off anything that's sitting on the edge there. Just like that. Do you see how clean that is?
Compared to this?
This is how you want to store your ink.
Not like this.
Not like that.
Because this gets all dried and crusty and falls into this and makes it yucky and
It's
chunky.
nasty. You don't want it. And then you're going to take your lid, and this is my lid. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take and wipe the inside, because you can see how I have that chunk? That falls down in there. It probably will never hydrate. It might, but you don't want it to be on your silk screen and get caught up in there. So you're going to do the same thing in here. You're going to just clean all of this out. Wipe it out. If you need to add a little water to hydrate it, it's not going to hurt the top. You're just going to clean it really good. I sat here the other night, a couple weeks ago, talking to Morgan.
And just
On FaceTime, and just cleaned all the ones that I used that evening.
No, it was the first time you'd cleaned them. You cleaned all
Yeah,
of
that
them.
evening
Yeah.
was the first time, yeah.
I thought you were saying you cleaned all the ones you used
Oh, no.
that night.
No, I sat for quite some time talking to her
We
and
were on the phone
cleaning.
for like an hour. And
And
I
I
think she
cleaned.
was still cleaning after.
I was like, my stuff isn't so bad. I need to clean these. And literally, look guys, I am not kidding you. This is what it should look like. So now I have a nice clean edge all the way around. I have a nice clean top. I am gonna take my distilled water, give it a good spray. I'm not gonna mix it. I'm just gonna put the top on it, on tight, and it'll be ready for the next time I go to use it. So those are, let's see, we gave you 4 tips today, right? So
There'll be a quiz. There'll be a quiz on the page.
So anyway, I hope I helped you guys. I hope you enjoyed what I did tonight. If you're interested or even thinking that you might be, make sure you just put team in there. I'd love to give you the opportunity video to look at, and you make your own decision if it's something you want to do. Whether you want to do it as a business, a hobbyist, just to get the 40% off of your products is so worth it. So, also don't forget Club Couture. That's $19.99 a month. You get that unique transfer only you can get for being a Club Couture member. And hey, don't forget, next Monday, I'm doing a virtual party. It's going to be on Facebook. I won't be live here. And if you're interested in being there, you'll need to hop over in that VIP group. If there's anything else I could do for you, please let me know. I love each and every one of you, and I thank you so much for helping me with my small business and my journey here. I hope each and every one of you have a great night, and I will be talking and chalking with you tomorrow. Night, guys.